no stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way, just got in town, and I won't let cumulus clouds all in the sky ruin my vibe. Usually I don't do this often, but since
Hey you guys, what's up? Can you guys guess what we're making today? Well, obviously, if you read the title, yes, we are making a upholstery, a bench. These are the following things you're gonna need. You're gonna need a foam. This is from my old queen mattress. It's a foam pad that I had stored away, so I'm actually gonna use that. But you can buy this at Walmart. I got this from Walmart, which is the batting. Quilt batting. This is queen size, so this is the extra large, which I could have actually sized down. I didn't need that much, but we're going to be using 2 yards of fabric, which is cotton. You're going to need a tape measure, a staple gun, some scissors, which I recommend fabric scissors. I had these scissors for years, and these work so much better to cut the foam, especially a 3-inch foam. This came in handy. And then I got this plywood from Home Depot. And then you're gonna need, obviously, the lac table. And I'm gonna insert a picture of how this table looks, or how it looks before. You're gonna need a screwdriver or a power drill to put the pieces together on the bench. And then let me just show you guys. This is one that I just completed. So it looks good to me. It looks good to me. And I'm actually really proud of how it came out. So that is it. That is what we're doing today. So let's get started. So now we are just going to take the lac TV stand / table out of its package. And if you are near the Texas Frisco area, you can definitely stop in the store and get one of these. This is only $19.99. There are so many different lac tables, from lac coffee table, lac end table, lac TV stands. And they have a bunch fully in stock. Now I'm going to place the plywood that I bought from Home Depot on top of the foam, and I am just going to cut around it so that I can lay that foam right on top of that plywood. Now when it comes to the plywood, I did already measure it out. So when I went to Home Depot, I just picked a piece of wood that I wanted to use, and then a person cut it for me to the size that I needed it, and I was able to bring it home. And it cost me less than $25. I think it was like $22, $23 for that. And I got the measurements from the website. Online, it shows you the measurements of the table, and I just measured out the top part of that table. So right now I am using the top part of the lac TV stand table, and I am going to be cutting out these side pieces because I will need padding for the sides. So I'm going to do one for the front back, and then I'm going to do one for the left right side of the lac table.
I would like to get to know if you could be the kind of girl that you could be down for. 'Cause when I look at you, I feel something tell me that you're the kind of guy that I should make a move on. And if I don't let you know, then I won't be for real. I could be wrong, but I feel like something.
All right, you guys, so I laid out the batting. I laid out the foam. On top of that is the plywood, and on top of that is the TV stand / table top. And right now I'm going to take that one piece of side foam and I'm going to cut it down the middle. Because the foam was 3 inches, one was all I needed to cover the front and back. And then for the side areas, I'm going to use that other piece of foam back there to cover the left and right side After that, I am then going to take the batting and I'm going to wrap it over the table like a present. So you want to kind of wrap it as if you're wrapping a present, and I'm going to use my staple gun to hold everything down. Now, as I am stapling the batting down to that table, I am making sure I leave it open for these holes here. Now, these holes are for the legs, and it's for, you know, obviously when I attach the legs to the table. So I want to make sure those are exposed. So all of the holes that are on the table, I am cutting the batting off of those areas so that I don't cover those. Thankfully, the batting was see-through. I can kind of see through it, and that allowed me to see the holes and cut right around it or cut right on top of it so that I can make sure I'm leaving those exposed. Okay, you guys, so now that the batting is completely covering that top and holding down the foam, I am going to measure the middle of the top part here, and I am going to mark it with this here purple lip gloss. And I'm so embarrassed, I could not find a highlighter or a Sharpie to use, so I have to use my lip gloss. And then from here, I'm just measuring 6 inches away. So for each mark, there's 6 inches apart, and then from there I just basically eyeballed and did one mark at the top right in the middle and one mark at the bottom in the middle, and I kind of did the same exact thing for the sides where I just pretty much just eyeballed it out. Now I'm going to take my fabric scissors to cut an X in the middle of each mark, and then now I am going to take my black fabric. I am going to completely lay that across the floor, and then I am going to put that top piece right on top of it. I'm going to fold that over. I am going to staple it one by one. I'm not stapling it all down. So I am first going to put my finger, like puncture my finger inside of the first hole, and then I am going to staple that. I'm going to find the next hole, and I'm going to staple that. And the reason why I did it this way is because if you staple it all down, you're not giving the fabric enough room to like scrunch. And then also because you may miss a hole, you may miss a spot that, you know, you have marked. And I wanted to make sure I wasn't doing that. So I am just going to staple each hole one by one until each hole has a staple in it.
Let me cater to you. Let me cater to you. I wanna let you know, you that you know that I am what you do. I need to reassure you, my life will be purposeless without you. If I want it, I'm gonna ask you. You desire me to be there, challenge me for the better for you. Let me cater to you. See you, turn my game on. I'll push you down.
So now that each hole has a staple, I am going to go ahead and fold the fabric completely over and staple it down. Now I am still being mindful of the tiny holes on the back of the stand, just because once again I want to attach the legs, so I have to make sure those are still exposed. So I am going to go ahead and just staple the whole thing down. And then once I'm done stapling the fabric down to the top piece, I am going to next attach the legs. Okay, so this is like a little measurer tool that was included in the package. Basically, you place this against the leg and then you have to drill your own hole inside of the leg in order to put the table together for that bottom piece that's on the side of my leg there. Now, this was very inconvenient. Luckily, I did have a drill, so I didn't have to go spend money on a new drill. However, I did not have the drill bit set, which is that piece that is going right through that wood. So if you do get this table, you would have to invest in this or even borrow from a friend, because if you don't drill the holes in the legs, you won't be able to attach the bottom part of the table. And it's weird to me because that bottom piece right there has holes in them. So I'm just not sure why they did not include the holes. But anyway, I am going to attach the bottom piece to the legs. I am just taking the screws. I am going to screw the little support piece there down, and then I am going to take another screw and screw that inside of the hole that I created in the legs. All right, you guys, this is the finished product of the all black upholstery bench. They're very soft and sturdy, and I'm so happy of the outcome. These two benches normally retail at $120, sometimes $150 each, and I made two for the price of $85.52. So it only cost me basically $85 to create the two benches. Right now, I'm just showing you the bench next to my foyer stand, and it just surprises me how small this so-called TV stand is. So if you guys are planning on making a bench, I definitely recommend these lac tables. All right, you guys, so that wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And if you guys are wondering how I made this black marble planter, I will be showing you guys how I use Dollar Tree buckets to make that in the next video. So just stay tuned. Thank you guys. Bye.